What's up guys, Josh from Strength Side. This is the first edition of the beginner's ring routine. These are some basic foundational movements on the rings, but be assured that does not mean easy. As you'll see in the video, I give regressed versions of each exercise. If you have any hesitation of where you should start with the regressed version and then work your way toward the harder versions. At the end of the video, there will be a title card with the actual routine to follow with sets and reps. Take a picture or screenshot that on your phone and you can use this full routine. Get your shoulders warmed up, use my follow along shoulder blade routine. I'll link it on the screen now, and let's dive in to the ring routine. First is the ring support hold. Have your rings just above hip height. You're going to push your arms down into the rings to bring your feet off the floor. Externally rotate the arms so the palms are facing forward. Attempt to keep your body in a straight line from head to toe. For the assisted ring support hold, bring the rings down just below hip height. Follow the same cues of pressing your arms into the rings, externally rotating the arms, but keep your feet on the ground for assistance. And as you start to get stronger, you can float your toes off the ground for small holds until you can hold for a good duration of time. Next is the ring row. Starting with the hardest variation, hang yourself directly under the rings with your body close to parallel to the ground. Retract your shoulder blades and then pull the elbows back, bringing the rings to the front of the shoulder. Pause with the rings on the shoulder for 1 second. One step back in a less difficult version is just to simply bend the knee. Notice I still keep my hips extended. The only thing that changes is my knee is bent, so the lever becomes a little bit shorter. And a less difficult variation will be to come more upright so your body is at a diagonal to the ground. Follow the same cues, retracting the shoulder blades, pulling the elbows backward, and pausing the rings at the front of the chest. A good rule of thumb is if you can't pause the rings on the front of the chest, you should probably go back to a less difficult variation. Next is the knee tuck to inverted position. Start by hanging on the rings. Pull your shoulder blades down, then pull your knees up as far as you can. Lean back and then pull yourself into an inverted position. Lower down, slow and controlled. The shoulders should be very active throughout this whole motion, pulling down. For the regressed version, follow all the same cues as the full movement, but just tuck your knees up as high as you can go. You may need to start somewhere close to 90 degrees, but see if you can gradually work towards tucking the knees up to head level. For the ring push-up, set up the rings anywhere from ankle to knee height. The higher the ring height, the less difficult the movement. Begin in a hollow plank position with your scapula protracted and the rings turned out. Control yourself lowering down. Keep the elbows close to your body and move the elbows directly back. The rings should get close to the front of your shoulders and then push yourself away back to our starting position. If you are unable to do the full ring push-up, Set up your rings to closer to knee height. Start in your hollow plank position. Lower yourself down, slow and controlled. Once you reach the bottom position, bend your knees and you can stand back up. This is just the eccentric part of the push-up. Once you spend time building strength through this lowering portion, you will be able to push yourself up in no time. If the lowering portion is too difficult, simply hold yourself in the plank. Try to get the rings directly under the shoulders, rotate the rings outward, protract your shoulder blades, squeeze your core and your butt to put your pelvis in posterior pelvic tilt. All of these foundational ring movements will support you in eventually achieving the strict ring muscle up. I'll be putting out more routines in the future, so get started on this, start laying the foundation, and look out for those upcoming routines to keep progressing your strength forward.